How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another Star Wars Genesis Holocron. I'm Muse, and today we are going over how to add more mods into Star Wars Genesis. This is actually very easy, and a lot of people have been asking for this because I do rock the Revan armor. I absolutely love it. I did scale it up, so we will go over how to do that towards the end of the video as well. But before we jump in, make sure you force push those like and subscribe buttons so you know every time we drop a new video. And if you do want to support the channel, we do have a link to Loaded, formerly CD Keys, down in the description as well. So if you just want to pick up Starfield because you haven't played it yet and you've just been checking out these videos, you can get that, I believe, for about half off right now for the Super Premium Edition, or any other games that you do want. They have a lot for sometimes half, even more off. And with that being said, let's jump in. All right. So, a lot of people have been asking about how to add extra mods on top of Star Wars Genesis. So, the big thing is my Revan mask. Everyone always asks about. I actually just added this in, and it was actually really easy. It's kind of the same way as doing the HD install mod. So what we're going to do is actually load up a brand new mod that was just added to the game by one of the Discord members. And that mod is, I actually have it pulled up over here, is the Star Wars Genesis photo mode frames by Dire Wolf Vision. Endorsement reminder. Okay, that's, you're enjoying mods you've down. Oh, I should endorse all of these. I will do that later. So this is a new updated photo mode with all of these lovely frames for the photo mode. So we are going to be adding these to our game. It's going to be very simple. So just kind of showing off our game here. We do not have them, so if we go down to our frames to the right, you will, oh, too far. You will see that our frames, if I remember how to do this, are the regular ones. So themes, factions, we've got constellation, all of that good stuff. Got our brands, I like that one. All the branded ones. So this is all Starfield. So let's get out of Starfield and download these mods. All right, so the first thing we want to do is download the mod. You don't want to use Vortex for any of these mods because we do have our own mod manager. So we do want to manually download any mod we want to add in later. Leave it the same name, just save it. I just keep my stuff in the downloads. I clean it up later. And then what we do want to do next is go to our downloads folder in Star Wars Genesis. So for me, it's in my Z drive. Star Wars Genesis game downloads. Yours will be a little bit different, but it will still be that Star Wars Genesis game downloads. We want to take the whole folder here. You get to see all of my things that I get to work on. So we're going to take our item, throw it in that download folder. Super easy. Close out of that, and then we are going to open up the mod organizer. That's what it is. So we want to open up our mod organizer next, and you will find it on the right over here. Yes, we do want to do that. All right, so we see this item here, the downloaded. It's our frame, so what we want to do is right-click and install that. Keep it the same. Okay, it's going to put everything in where it needs to go. And then we want to set it up here, hit check mark, boom. You will also see my Revan files here as well that say no delete. So when we update Star Wars Genesis, these will get deleted unless we say no delete on them. So I'm going to actually do that right now because I do want to keep this here. And that is just going to be bracket. Wrong bracket. I always forget. There it is. Nope, not that one. Is this one? There you go. It's not shift. It's the one to the right of the P. And then no delete. And then bracket, space, and enter. So that should be good here now. And it will load up all of these after all of our Star Wars Genesis mods. So all of our extra ones are going to be under testing. These are the ones that we are going to be adding later. So we have everything installed. We are good to go, and let's run Star Wars Genesis. Okay, so we are getting back in. We are going to continue. We are going to confirm and load into our game. And if we did everything right, welcome to my base. I'm still working on it here. I know someone asked about doing a base walkthrough. I might do one eventually once I finish it up. Might work on that today. I don't know. But if we go to photo mode now, and then we go over to our frames, in theory, we should... Okay, yes, we do have them. They're just not all updated. So we have our new constellation, another constellation. This guy, an Arabesh with some TIE fighters. Another one. We got a little Empire here now as well. We got our Rebel Alliance one, Shadow Collective, Biotech Industries, the Imperial Navy. I actually kind of like this one. I might use this for the thumbnail. We have our branded ones as well. Our Star Wars Genesis one, which might be one that I use a lot. I do like the frame on everything. We get a white one. We get the logo by itself. Just kind of a big overarching grav wave. That kind of like that one's fun. And then a simpler one, and then bracketed logo as well. So we do get those new ones for everything. Let's take a picture here. Let's I don't know. Should I pose? Maybe I'll do it here. I always do everything on maybe I'll do it over here. And then I can do all my words. I don't know. I'm not good at taking screenshots like other people are, but we will do this, and then let's make it a little bit brighter. There we go. We got our lightsaber there. Turn down saturation. I don't know. Help me take better screenshots. Don't like that way. Let's go there. There's not bad. And yeah, there we go. And then we will take the photo. Boom. And Bob's your uncle. So we do have all of those now. Let's see if there's any more to add as well. Adventure. We got the bright blue. So lots of good ones here. But yeah, super easy to drop in mods. If we want, we can find another one, just kind of show how easy it really is. We'll quick save here. We will quit and go back to our desktop. Now we're out, and we can pick another mod. Let's see if there's any other ones that we really want. We got all of our Star Wars Genesis ones. Looks like Genesis is getting updated right now. Yeah, we can do the Darth Nihilus. This isn't on here yet as another way, as just another kind of add-on pack. So again, we are going to download manually. Save it there. For me, we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to our Z drive, Star Wars Genesis, game, downloads. Just drag and drop it in. Let's open this so I can see it. Take that, and then we're going to drag and drop it in. Exit, exit. We see that it's downloaded. We're going to right click. We're going to install. We're going to Darth Nihilus. I'm going to put that, and we don't need the do not delete. I don't care if we get this one or not. I like the Revan stuff more, so if it gets deleted, oh well. We have it all set up. We're going to run. Go in and continue. Get all loaded in. And I think it said that it is, you do want to read kind of the mod, what they're doing. I think it said that it's at the industrial workbench in order to get the items that we want to build. And we are loaded in. So for the Nihilus, it did say it was at the industrial workbench. Yep, Darth Nihilus mask right here, alt with the head. So let's just get the mask. That just seems cool. We don't need anything. Outfits, we'll do it with the cape and all that as well. So, oh wait, did I actually craft that? I don't know if I did or not. Let's actually craft these things. With the head, let's just showcase this whole thing. With the mask, alt skirts, cape. All right, and that should be everything. So if I go, let's just hang out here. I've got good lighting over here. Go to our armor. That's because it is, it's all on our outfits. So for the mask, let's actually just take off our Revan stuff. Take off our Neurocom. All right, so this one we have our Darth Nihilus mask. I probably messed up a file or something. You might get invisible things. It's usually the bat file is what they say. I probably forgot to run it. So if you get invisible armor, make sure you run your bat file. Let's also take this all off. That way we can see our stuff. Apparel. Okay, there we go. And it just wasn't playing nice with others. That's the thing with mods. It doesn't always play nice with everything. And this one also gives us the Darth Nihilus head. We get this with the skirts. We get the cape. And we have this sweet Darth Nihilus outfit. Now, something to also note is when you... Oh, is this... What is the different? Alt skirt. Oh, there's a short skirt and a long skirt, it looks like. Yeah, I've got the short one. Then there's also the long one here. When you do get outfits like this, and it is the spacesuits, or if you're just running around with this, it's not going to be balanced to Star Wars Genesis. So there are some commands in order to use. That way you can get it up to kind of where it needs to be. I like how it just adds 5 health and oxygen. That's kind of funny. So what we are going to do here is, if we actually look at my Darth Revan stuff, my Revan spacesuit mask, I did increase some of the stats so that it was kind of more of an actual like helmet. Fun fact, Revan's mask is actually an old Mandalorian helmet, and then added some perks as well on it so that way it became legendary just for my own purposes. Not a lot of the weapons and items in Genesis are, as you see, legendary, but you can make them your own. So this is your game. It's a modded game. So let me actually just add all my stuff back on. We got our plates, we got our Night Trooper armor, got our waist. All right, cool. So we're back to me, all that. So if you do want to add a perk or anything, there are console commands for that. And what we want to do is first drop the item. So let's just take this and let's just drop Darth Nihilus's mask. Drop. So we'll see that we want to be in first person. Let's see if this actually works or not. All right, so we're in first person. We're in our console commands, and it does say armor. So that does give us our ID. So what we want to do then is figure out what commands we want to do. On the Genesis website, that we do have the first cheats, console commands. Actually, I can just pull it up here. So if we go over to here, we actually have our stuff here. And let's go to tips and tricks. I think this is the one. Yes, so increase our armor value. All right, so what we want to do here is use some of these. So if we want to increase our armor value, first drop your armor you want to the ground, open the in-game console, say armor, blah, blah, blah. That's funny. The number is your armor ID, which you can use for the next step. Make sure it says armor, not anything else. If it says something else, you didn't click it properly. I've had some issues here, so let's grab this, and then we should be able to go over to Starfield. We're going to just Control V that and then move all the way to the left. And we want to type in our number that we have there, FF07DBCC. And I don't know if that did it work. Yeah. And then now you see that it has some more resistance to it. You do that a few times to get it to where you want it. Usually if it's like an armor piece, I suggest doing it to about 650 to 750. That way it's still balanced and you're not too completely OP. The masks and helmets themselves, I have my Revan one a little bit higher, so I did do this a couple more times with that. But after that, you can add in the other console commands to add perks. So if we go over here, you can literally just Google Starfield armor perks console commands. And that should, I think, physical weapons. Let me see if they've got it here. Yes, here we go. So we got the armor mods here on Reddit. I will leave a link down in the description as well. So note works for clothes and starboard gear. So we can upgrade the tiers, damage reduction, AMOD, all that fun stuff. So let's make it for, let's see here. This is actually not the one I wanted. Let me find, oh, here we go. There we go. So we have all of our slots. Let's see, all armor mods. So what we want to do is just like it says here, .amod. So ID number .amod and then the thing. So if we want to add, let's see, for this armor, let's do more damage the less armor one has. So that's actually kind of funny. So let's do that one. So we'll go Control C, go over to our item here. Boom, click it, armor right there. So we want to type in FF07DBCC.amod. And then we'll just paste that over. And that should, oh, nope, it's not a real mask. So it might not do it because it's not clothing. Let's do it for an actual armor piece. And drop. Yeah, we'll drop one of our clone helmets here. Drop. That is actually an armor piece. Go in, click on it. Oh, nope, not peeking. We want to. There we go, armor. So we go FF07E759.amod. Control V. Looks like something hit. There we go, and now we have our Berserker. So some of these things do need to be added to the kind of correct item type. You might have to play around with that. But that is how you then upgrade your armor with everything. So great resources there. I'll put all the links down in the description. So that way, if you do mod in some armor, you can get it, you know, balanced with everything else the way. And this also works with other items that you do pick up that you do want to balance in, add perks to. That way, you know, you're kind of playing the Star Wars Genesis you want. So there we go. That's how you add more mods into Star Wars Genesis. For the most part, it's not too crazy. You don't really want to be doing anything else other than maybe dropping in some skins, some armor, things like that. That way you're not really messing with the Genesis files because there are a lot going on. So until next time, may the Force be with you.